Welcome back to Ladz City, my nieces and nephews. I'm Fununcle, this network's educational guide to Web3. And in this episode, I'm talking about the top 5 play-to-earn games with the highest return on investment. Coming in at number 5 is Club. It's a Metaverse play-to-earn football game that rewards players in Club Coin for winning games. The game is offered as a free-to-play mobile game on iPhone and Android where anyone can compete and get to the top level without a penny spent. With an audience of over 1.5 million fans and strong organic relationships with leading content creators from across the football community, Club has all of the elements needed to score big time. So if you're a football fan and find fantasy football interesting, why not pick up this game and get paid for doing what you love? My number 4 pick is Ragnarok. It's an upcoming on-chain play-and-earn MMORPG built on Avalanche. Players can earn the in-game token called RAG by completing quests in this cyberpunk world, searching for loot, killing cyborgs, breeding NFTs, and so much more in a dynamic post-apocalyptic environment. With partners like Ubisoft and an enthusiastic community of fans, Ragnarok is sure to be a money-making cybernetic phenomenon. Number 3 is Crypto Unicorns. It's a pet collecting and farming game on the Polygon blockchain. This web-based play-to-earn game that rewards players through unicorn duels like Pokemon. The game has a dual token model, it has a governance token called Rainbow, and an in-game reward token called Unicorn Milk, and it features a burn mechanism to manage the economy. Moreover, the Unicorn NFT has seen an increase of 170% since January, and the overall growth of 117%. This is a project that's popping off at an exponential rate, and you do not want to miss this opportunity. Number 2 is Blast Royale. It's a 30-player PvP battle royale game built on mobile. With a free-to-play model, players can earn Blast token rewards from their performance in the game. Players can search the map for rewards and even collect NFT items that other players drop on the map. With 12 years of experience designing mobile and web-based games, this team is on track to take the GameFi space by storm. And my number 1 pick is Crypto Raiders. It's a utility-based RPG pixel dungeon crawler game with a unique spin, where death is permanent. That's right, if you die in this game, then your character is lost forever. Players can earn token through dungeon quests and PvP duels, and you can even compete in tournaments with huge 6-figure prize pools. Crypto Raiders are backed by heavyweight VC Defiance Capital, and they have won over the loyalty of fans by transparently delivering on their promises. Here's the deal, Sally Fields. Play-to-earn games is an incredible innovation in the Web3 space. I think play-to-earn games is a brilliant innovation. They have taken smart contracts to the limit to now they are entertaining games that actually pay you for your participation in the network. I am hecka freaking bullish on play-to-earn games in general, and I think these 5 games will yield you the highest return on your investment. And we got big brands in Web3 news as Binance Smart Chain teams up with Google Cloud. We have JPMorgan on the hunt for a Web3 expert, and Ethereum's merge could bring 1 billion users to Web3. And for our first story, another day, another $125 million Web3 venture funding. And this seriously has been the narrative the last couple weeks. Every time I do one of these news segments, it starts with $100 million figures coming from VC funds trying to develop in the Web3 space. Is because they see the potential here. They know it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's an immovable force. All these venture capital companies know that in the future, we don't know when, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years down the road, there will be some kind of decentralized compute network that's based on trust. And if you're not innovating the space, you will be left behind. And that's not all here. We have Near is launching a $100 million VC fund for Web3, and Web3 games and Metaverse projects have attracted nearly $750 million in investments since August. This isn't since the beginning of the year. This is since last month. Almost $1 billion has pumped into the Web3 space from venture capital companies. And you know what that tells me is the smartest people who are managing the largest funds on planet Earth all see the trends. They know it's coming. They need to start innovating in the space ASAP or they're going to get left behind. And this next one here is really interesting. Grand Theft Auto creator backs Web3 gaming studio in $7.6 million round. Now, I know $7.6 million doesn't seem like a lot when in my previous article, I was talking about $750 billion in the last 2 months. $750 million in the last 2 months. But what I want to extrapolate out of this article is the Grand Theft Auto creator is interested. He's having conversations in Web3 and he's even putting money where his mouth is. And so what gets me excited is the idea that this next Grand Theft Auto game might have some kind of Web3, maybe even cryptocurrency story arc within the game. And the rumors have gone one step further that maybe there will be some kind of play to earn NFT, maybe even cryptocurrency airdrops built into the game. From what I've read, we're not going to actually be able to play the game until 2024. And so a lot of development to still be made. And these are rumors, a lie travels around the world before the truth can step out the door. And so who knows? I just like getting excited about the idea that big players like Grand Theft Auto 6, maybe one of the biggest games to come out in the next 5 years, might have a little bit of Web3 integration, and this article is evidence to the proof that is in the pudding that I will dig out later off camera. Too hot for TV. Next story here, Web3 gaming still growing despite economic woes, according to DappRadar report. So this is so exciting. It's kind of just like rejuvenating, especially when the markets are down. The winter has come. There's no good news. Even the U.S. economy is dumping. It looks like we're about to go to war in Taiwan. But there is good news in the Web3 gaming space. They are still growing despite all of this negative energy, all the bad vibes in the world right now. And it all has to do with these venture capital companies. Go to the previous couple articles I was talking about. There were $100 million here, $100 million there, getting dumped in since August alone. I would love to find out what the year-to-date numbers are. It's probably several billion dollars are flowing into Web3 and Web3 gaming and Metaverse, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's how they're doing it. They're being propped up by venture capital companies who see the potential. They know it's an unstoppable force. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. One day, there will be a decentralized computing network based on trust. And if you are not participating and innovating in that space, you will get left behind, just like Blockbuster and just like Xerox, to name a few. Binance Smart Chain teams up with Google Cloud to accelerate Web3 development. Now, what's ludicrous about this is that Google and Binance are just now teaming up. They are just now making the announcement that they are just now teaming up. This gets me so excited. I feel electric knowing that we're this early in the space, that titans like Google are just now starting their development. They probably had a team together for a couple weeks now. They've probably been working on some stuff for a while before they even made this announcement, but they're still not releasing a beta anytime soon. They might not have anything stood up for another year. And so that just gets me so excited that big titans, venture capital companies, are just now starting to build in the space. If those of you who are watching this and those of you who are researching the space and those of you who are putting your money in Web3, you're early and big stuff is coming in the future. JPMorgan is on the hunt for a Web3 expert as it eyes expansion into digital markets. Smart move, JPMorgan. I know you're headhunting right now. You're trying to find the best person you can. And so you have a PR agency releasing articles like this to be like, hey, if you're into Web3, we're hiring and we got JPMorgan money to pay you. So please bring your best, bring your brightest. We are trying to hire a Web3 professional, but also so is every other Fortune 100, if not Fortune 500 company is going to need some kind of Web3 exposure. They're going to need some kind of Web3 expert, if not a whole team of Web3 engineers and developers just to stay on top of this, what I always call a self-fulfilling prophecy. So many people are behind it. So much money is flowing into the space. Again, $750 million since August alone. So JPMorgan would be foolish not to hire at least one, if not a couple dozen Web3 experts. And so if you're into Web3, hit up JPMorgan. And you know what? Send your resume to every Fortune company, Fortune 1000 company, because I know they're hiring, even if they don't want to admit it. And for our last story here, Ethereum's merge could bring a billion users to Web3, and this is coming from Polygon's co-founder. Now, he's a little bit biased because he's the Polygon co-founder, and that's built on top of Ethereum, and so of course he's a little bit of an Ethereum maxi here. He was smart to not include a date in his Nostradamus-esque prediction here, because yeah, there will be eventually a billion people in Web3, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years from now, who knows? But if you think about the internet, there was a time when there were only a couple 100 million people who were using it, and now most of the world, several billion people participate in the internet every single day. And so yeah, of course, eventually, once we get full institutional adoption, people like Google, all these VC companies finally stand up the businesses they're dumping money into right now. Yeah, sure, we will see a billion people. They will be foolish not to interact with Web3 when all of the largest corporations are participating in the space. People will flock in as soon as it's marketed and streamlined and, most importantly, secure. We will have a billion people, but he was smart. He did not include a date. And in cryptocurrency news, now that the merge is over, Ethereum is now green. Ethereum pullback is about to end, and Bitcoin is at extreme discount levels right now. And for our first story, $400 million in liquidations as Ethereum slumps to 2-month low. Well, my tinfoil hat is going on right now because I smell a little bit of market manipulation here, because these exchanges, they're like, oh, wow, look at that, $400 million in longs because people think the price is going to go up. Well, maybe we could just dump the price and then liquidate all of those longs. And then when people think the sky is falling and Ethereum's going to zero and they stack up on shorts, well, then we'll just buy back all that Ethereum we sold, pump the price up, and liquidate those shorts as well. So it's a fun little game of math they're playing where they're just trying to steal as much as your money as they possibly can because everyone thinks they can figure it out. Everyone thinks they know where the market's going to go, but it's not you. It's not the individuals. It's the big money marketplaces who have hundreds of millions of dollars and complete control over the marketplace. Those are the ones who really know where the market's going to go. So don't pretend like you have it all figured out. Just remember that there are larger whales playing this game, and I just feel bad. Let's have a little moment of silence for the $400 million in fools who will not be able to buy a iPhone 14 this Christmas. I'm feeling bad for those guys. But the exchanges are doing pretty well, so hip, hip, hooray to you guys. Get forked. Ethereum proof of work forks fall 66% in just days. Guys, it was a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And now that we're through the merge, we can just look at the charts and be like, yeah, another textbook, buy the rumor, sell the news event. And this proof of work token was never going to do well in the first place because it's missing all the great stuff that makes Ethereum Ethereum. It doesn't have the NFTs. It doesn't have the play to earn ecosystem. It doesn't have the rabid, enthusiastic community of Ethereum maxis backing it up every single day. And so the proof of work token is going to be kind of a stinker, just like Ethereum Classic is a little bit of a stinker when you compare it to Ethereum Pure or whatever we're going to call it. But yeah, guys, I don't think it's a good time to be stacking up on this right now. Wait until it finishes dumping, which might not be for a little while. And it might not start going up until everything goes up. It might be the last of the tokens to start seeing green candles. Just keep that in mind. Investors withdraw ETH holdings despite a successful Ethereum merge. Guys, it went well. It worked. The merge worked. There's no bad news. The software went through without a hitch. It's just all of these people who want to make a quick buck were like, oh, dang it. I didn't get 1,000x gains after the merge happened. Well, I'm panic selling, and I'm going to see if I can time the market and buy at a lower price, and then I'll be the winner. But guys, just like with the $400 million in liquidations in the previous article, don't pretend like you have it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think you're smarter than the market. Don't think you're good enough that you're going to time the market. You're going to get a new bottom. What's actually going to happen is you're going to sit with money on the sidelines, be too busy watching the Super Bowl or whatever it is that distracts you. And while your back is turned, the price will rally, and you actually end up having to buy back your tokens at a loss because it's just missed opportunity. That's why I encourage people for the daily cost average strategy. Buy a little bit today, little bit next week or next month, whatever fits your budget. But just don't miss out on this opportunity. These are great prices. You got to get some skin in the game, y'all. Institutions are still wait and see with Ethereum. Well, institutions, I got to ask you a question here. You're still standing on the sidelines even though the Ethereum merge worked. It went off well. You know, you're still sitting on the sidelines even though Ethereum has this enthusiastic fan base behind it. It's got NFTs and play-to-earn games. You think another cryptocurrency is going to come along with something as powerful as Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks and Polygon Matic and all of the other ecosystems built on top of Ethereum? Nay, Ethereum has a legacy of building and being transparent and being the people's token. And it is going to be very difficult for any kind of competitor to fill those shoes. And if anything, Ethereum is going to be one of those tokens that I see sticking around until the day I die. And that is a certified fununcle fact. I'm giving Ethereum 5 Hawaiian shirts out of 5. Stop sleeping on Ethereum, you wait and seers. Get in while the getting is good. Green ETH narrative to drive investment and adoption, says pundits. Yeah, this is what they were trying to solve here. They were trying to solve a lot of things with this ETH merge, including the burning of the tokens. But the big one was the greenhouse gases. Back when Ethereum and Bitcoin were at all-time highs, the squeaky wheel at the time was, oh, but it's just so bad for the environment. All those machines running, solving all those problems and the greenhouse gases. And you know what? They were right. They were right. We were emitting too many greenhouse gases, Bitcoin included, and so they made a software update. So now it's proof of stake, and they have eliminated 99.9% of those computers, and in doing so, 99% of the carbon they emit every single day. And so this is what will be the catalyst for the next all-time high rally. So whenever people want to poo-poo Ethereum, they're going to have one less argument in their arsenal. And this merge was actually an incredible thing for the longevity of Ethereum, and I'm excited to see what happens next. No more poo-pooing Ethereum, guys. It's green now. It's big-time green. And Ethereum pullback is about to end, says crypto trader who predicted 2018 Bitcoin bottom. I want to believe. I really do want to believe, guys. But the truth is we have to test resistance levels, which we haven't really done yet. And usually when we truly test a resistance level before a rally upwards, it's the most recent low point, which I'm sorry to admit is a triple-digit number. It's maybe $700 or $800. And I hate to be the guy with the bad news here, but that's just how it works. Every trader is sitting there looking at the same charts you're looking at, and they want to see solidified resistance. They want to see the market bounce off of levels. And once they see it has bounced maybe 2-3 times off of the same level, that's going to be the signal for them to dump, buy the farm, scoop up as much as they can. We're going to hit local highs, and that just hasn't happened yet. And I'm sorry to say it's going to be in the triple digits. We have to test those resistance levels before we can rally higher. And Bitcoin is at extreme discount right now, says senior Bloomberg strategist. Yeah, these are insane prices. It's down by 70-80%. Sure, it could go down a little bit more. Maybe another 20% is the worst case scenario I have in my mind right now. But even still, if you zoom out and look at the long-term picture, and not even that long, 2-4 years, you will be ahead on the purchase you make today and the purchase you make tomorrow. Even if it dumps by 20% at the end of this year, you will still be up in the long run. It will be back. Don't try to time the market. I encourage everyone to do a daily cost average strategy. Go to the marketplace that you trust the most, set up automatic reoccurring payments every week, every month, whatever fits your budget best, and try to get some exposure to this space. Do not have your back turned on cryptocurrency the next time things rally. And now it's time for my favorite part of the show. It's the Ladz Lounge, where I just give you guys some updates on what I'm working on behind the scenes here at Ladz. And I got some exciting stuff going on with my NFT project, Bites of Paradise. For those of you who've been keeping track, they are live. They are now for sale. And for those of you who do not know, these bad boys are chocked full of money-making opportunities in the Web3 space. Not only are they cool 3D little bites of paradise, but they are chock full of unlockable content. Once you purchase them, you then will gain access to my Discord West Coast Web3, where I have exclusive content and money-making moves. Like right here in the Instant Money tab, I am just hyperlinking you right to where you can sign up and get airdrops. Right here, you get 700 in USDT welcome bonus right here. The list keeps going on, but that's not all. I have Web3 money-making moves, how you can set up affiliate marketing and e-commerce pages, product testing, play-to-earn games, blog resources, you name it. If you want to be an entrepreneur in the Web3 space, I am setting you up for success. I am doing all the hard work for you. All you got to do is buy just one of my Bites of Paradise and you will unlock thousands of dollars of opportunities, not just in the signups, but also in the prize giveaways. And you know what? There's a new piece of alpha I have not dropped yet, and it is my VIP event schedule. It looks a little bit like this. These are the events I will be attending. Coming up, I got Vegas next month, October 24th through 31st. I'll be at Bitcoin Miami in May. We have NFT NYC. That's going to be a big one. I've got 3 different teams trying to plan stuff for NFT NYC next year. And of course, the big one, Miami Swim Week, July 12th through 17th. That is where all of the glitz and glam will be. That will be my cornerstone, keystone, capstone event for this Bites of Paradise project. If you hold one of my NFTs, you will get access to the event. And my hope is that I will truly sell so many of these NFTs and so many people will show up that it will warrant me renting out a space. Right now, my plan is you show up, I'll give you a backstage pass, give you a tour around the runway show. You'll get to meet some celebrity models. Talk about a value add. And you know what, guys? The prices are insanely low on these NFTs. It is just $50 right now because these are the early bird prices. Come October, whenever this sale ends, I'm going to be increasing the price of these NFTs. So if you don't have one now, you're going to be paying more later. So jump on while you can. The value will remain the same, but the price will go up in a month. And so that is the hot, super exclusive piece of alpha I had to drop for you guys today. Do you like crypto, NFTs, and video games? Well, the Fununcle YouTube page is your one-stop shop for all of my content across all networks and platforms. You want to make sure to hit the link down in the description below and join me today. You do not want to miss out on any of this content because I work diligently to demystify the complexities of blockchain technology.